What is good, my family? What is up, everybody? Thanks for coming by. Throw those A's in the chat. If you can hear your voice speak, throw those A's in the chat right now before it gets too late. What is up, my family? Good to see you all. And here, my moderators, Mark Roach, Cal L. What is up? Oh, my goodness, man. What's up, Mark Roach? How you doing, my brother? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Joe H saying, I'm so exhausted in a different dimension of a parallel universe in a foreign galaxy. My brother, I understand. What is it now? 39 hours just about awake? My goodness, man. Roberto Gonzalez, what's up, man? Steve T. Wood, good to see you guys all here, man. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Levitz, definitely an early stream. We're definitely trying to get an early stream today, man, so we can get this market prepared. The market plays prepared for tomorrow, right? So, guys, please remember that I think it's actually on Tuesday that we're going to be facing the Fed, right? So, DJ, what is up, my moderator? DJ, how you doing, my bro? Good to see you here. Snow Drifter, what is up, dude? Eric, bro, I still keep getting ad pop-ups to verify before sign-up. Probably better to use the computer. So, Cal, what was that? What was that thing that you told me about how to fix the pop-ups? Remember when we were trying to get my brother in the Discord? You said something about the pop-ups coming up, right? So this Eric right here is saying that he's still getting those errors too. So I'm not sure exactly. I forgot what it was, right? But maybe if you use well, that's actually where I ended up using it, my bro. So I did try it on the phone first, so then I got away from the phone and I did it on the computer instead, on the laptop. So maybe that can actually work, my friend. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. But let's go ahead and continue on with the hellos. What is up, Samantha H? Moderator Samantha coming in hot. Thank you so much. Thank you. What is up, Lil Pencil? Yo, ENZ today. What is ENZ, my bro? What is ENZ? Speak to me. Tell me what the deal is with that play. So let me go ahead and put it on the schedule anyway. And you already know I still owe a few tickers from before, right? But I'll go ahead and leave it in right now. Okay, so ticker symbol ENZ, right? Okay, cool. Good stuff. ENZ. Nice. A little dyslexia again. Not exactly sure why that happens all the time, but I think it's just because of my fingers. Enzo, got it. Okay. All right, man. So it is on the schedule now. It is there. Ridiculous pump to the upside, right? Wow. Good times, man. I hope your average right now is 84 cents, okay? I hope it's right down there. Oh my goodness. Snow Drifter, what's up? Yes, you know what? Actually, if I can't get through it today, please remind me in the Discord, because I do I would like to actually touch on that ticker for a few of you, right? So BNKU. I got it on the schedule now, so there it is. All right, sitting there, nice and pretty. Yes, so we're going to start off the night with the broader markets. My moderator, DJ, we're going to be talking about the SPY first today, okay? So, and yeah, Mark Roach, I did see, we were actually looking at that a little earlier. Man, Bitcoin ripping to $28,000 today. And if you guys remember correctly, that was actually something that I pointed out, I think about a week ago. I said the beauty of having a capitulatory event or a market cycle just leading straight down, right? Yeah, so PXMD is right up here. Is going to be coming up third. Thank you, Mark Roach. So yeah, guys. So I mentioned that when we have these like slides down, right? Like we were, just on and off since November 2021, right? So some of those slides to the bottom will help price action slide right on up. Right, so we were looking at us sitting at about 21 or 23,000 before we said, you know what, we close this area here above a 8-hour closure. We're gonna slide on right up to $26,000. But look at where it's moving now, guys. Very, very curious price action for BTC, right? So yeah, so what I was saying earlier, guys, was to please bear in mind that we're gonna have the Fed speak on Tuesday. And this is going to be potentially for the 25 basis point rate hike or not, right? So there is speculation that there may not be any rate hike at all, which would probably push the markets all the way to the Andromeda galaxy, right? But if the higher speculation is actually sitting within the potentials of a 25 bit BIP rate hike, right? So if we do get that 25 BIP, I believe the markets can actually do an initial quick sell-off, right? Followed by a recovery and a continuation on to the upside. Monster Mike, good to see you here. Beso Amy, what is up? So yeah, guys, that's kind of like what we're looking at. I would express some danger. Again, you know, in the markets coming up is just, you know, it always happens within about 2 weeks of the trading sessions that we tend to get some economic data releases, right? So I want everybody to please watch your longs, make sure to watch your risk management, respect your stop losses, no matter what you guys do, okay? Because we do have some serious volatility coming in this week, and it can be dangerous for our portfolios, okay? I know the bank tickers are going nuts right now. We're looking at potentials, capitulations. We're looking at pumps to the upside. You know, I know like tickers like FRC and stuff like that, right? So please be careful with those plays as well, okay? So as they will likely run against the broader markets. And I'm not talking about inversely. I'm talking about running in their own rules. Meaning it's just there's a lot of sentiment within those tickers, right? So we have to be careful in the markets this coming week, especially, okay? So please remember that we're not going to be rating any of the tickers tonight, you guys, in respects to the CPI. I'm sorry, the CPI. The CPI came in good, actually 6%, right? So this is the reason why we're speculating that there's a potential 25 bit rate hike coming in from the Fed. Okay, so in respects to the Fed speaking and the rate hikes on Tuesday, please understand that we will not be rating the tickers tonight, but we will be definitely looking over them, okay? Because there could be opportunities present. So with that said, you guys, let me just go ahead and jot down in my notes over here that I am in fact looking at the SPY first, right? And now actually I have a third. Let me see if I can actually do that though. I do have a third screen up, and I'm wondering if I can actually do a screen recording of our SPY ticker. So you guys are seeing that, right down here. So I'm able to select where I can save things to, right? So maybe in the desktop we can do this and we can record it, right? So let's go ahead and get the first ticker out of the way, right? Let's go ahead and do ticker symbol SPY. All right, so the SPY ticker, guys, we are talking about a broadening descending wedge upon a larger time frame broadening descending wedge, right? We've been looking at this for quite some time. We've been monitoring the breakout. There is a high potential that we can actually make this thing really happen. And I'm saying this because of these reasons here. Please notice on the 2-day time frame, we have a very nice inverted hammer, okay? And it's a huge wick to the upside, which gives us a lot of leverage. It gives us a good signal that there is a high potential of something coming in, right? So now let's go ahead and reference volatility versus momentum and see if there's any potential setups there, okay? So it looks like we may be setting something else up right here on the buy daily, but I would like to look at the daily time frame, volatility versus momentum, to see if there's anything of potential there. And there is. Okay, so what you're looking at here is critical contraction, okay? So what happens when we critically contract like this is that we expand, right? So as soon as the expansion phase starts, we would naturally see the stochastic momentum either up or down. So we pair it with momentum to get that bias for direction. So in this case, we're noticing that the SPY is suggesting an upside. And this is particular to the daily time frame, okay? So let's go ahead and continue looking down the time frames, all right? So let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour time frame and see the setup there. A little bit of weakness coming in from the bulls, and we are expected to jump into critical contraction here as well. So it's all good. It's no problem at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 6-hour and see just what we have, okay? So we have some downside suggestions on the 6-hour too. All right, please notice that the RSI is suggesting an upside. So this may very well be a corrective phase, right? So we're going to be doing this natural ebb and flow, up and down and up and down, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and continue on with the puzzle pieces. I would like to get as much of a bias here as we can, right? So let's just jump right on into the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame and see what we have. Okay, so the immediate short-term suggesting upside almost immediately, but go ahead and notice that we have a little bit of an opportunity to get in via the RSI, which could be relevant to our trend line right down here to about $390.21. Let's keep on puzzling, okay? Don't make a decision just yet, but please remember that these things are going to be heavily impaired because of the Fed speaking very soon, okay? So consolidation on the bi-hourly, we are still facing a little bit of consolidation on volatility and momentum, so that's it's nice that they're correlated. We already looked at the 6-hour suggesting an upside on the RSI. So the 12-hour is also suggesting an upside too on the RSI, okay? So now if we're looking at the daily time frame, we can see that the daily still has a little bit of downside to go. So this makes me curious over the bi-daily and the 3-day. All right, so guys, let me show you something here. You see how this is pitched to the downside? Let's go to the bi-daily. Take a look at the bi-daily pitch slightly to the upside. Let's go to the 3-day. See how the 3-day is down? So we're getting up, down, up, down, up, down. If you don't remember or if you don't recall, this is typical for us to look at every single time we have the Fed speaking. Okay, so that gives us indecision. Okay, so this is why I'm telling you that we shouldn't rate anything in these coming days because of what I'm telling you right now. Okay, so what I like is that the bi-daily is giving us this inverted hammer, suggesting an upside continuation. That's all good. I definitely like that, right? So, and also the fact that we already came down and tested the support of the broadening descending wedge. That's all good. And we're also right at the breakout area of the larger time frame broadening descending wedge. Okay, I like those things. I like those things in general. Okay, so if we were to face a capitulation upon a 25 bip rate hike, right? If we get those basis points at 25, which is just a quarter of a percent. Okay, so expect a quick sell-off to about 383.60. It's the range of 333.60 to about 380.43. Okay, so that could be a quick sell-off followed by a pump to the upside, which could be just those games that are played upon macroeconomic releases. Okay, you guys. So that is essentially it for the ticker symbol SPY, and we shall move on. All right. So that right down here signals that we were able to record the SPY individually. Very cool. My goodness, we have found a new tool and a new way to be able to release videos while streaming live. Thoughts are being just concocted right now in my head. Sebastian Lim coming through. What's up, my dude? Thank you so much for coming by. So you're saying, can I have your thoughts on ticker symbol FNGR? Okay, moderator Sebastian Lim, always my dude. Thank you so much. So let's see here. I have a crazy schedule, right? So let me put it down here, but you know that if I don't, I would love for you to remind me on the Discord, because I will absolutely get to it and you and I can talk. In fact, Cal and I have been talking a lot all day, so it'd be cool for us to catch up a little later too, between me, you and him, and even all the other moderators too. Hound joins in sometimes. All right, my brother, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, absolutely. DJ saying that can save so much time, dude. Yes. And I was curious to see if it would even work, right? So I'm very excited that it did in fact work. Okay, so now you guys, so this is actually in respects to a friend who asked me to take a look at ticker symbol IFUS, right? So IFUS, I'm not entirely familiar with this ticker whatsoever, right? But I would like to give it a shot nonetheless. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make sure that we can also get this moving too. I'm just gonna, you guys, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and record whatever I can, right? So I just kind of catalog them and put them into the stream. All right, so let's just make sure that we are saving to the desktop. I hate it that it doesn't go to the desktop automatically. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Ticker symbol IFUS per request. Let's go ahead and look at it now, you guys. So let's just load up our tools just like we always do, right? We want to take a look at volatility. We want to keep in consideration our momentum. And I generally like to keep momentum paired with another type of momentum indicator, right? Not always too many, right? Which is, I mean, too many for me would be RSI, MACD, and stochastic momentum, right? So in this case, stochastic momentum and RSI will actually have to do it for us. All right, so please already notice on the daily time frame, we have a massive upside suggestion and a huge opportunity here on the daily. We're right at the bull weakness percentile at that gravitational zone, suggesting an upside continuation even still. Notice here that on the daily volatility, we're coming from critical contraction. We're starting to expand to the upside, and notice that the pivot is straight to the upside here for the stochastic momentum oscillator as well. Very, very good things for ticker symbol IFUS. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and load up some averages as well. Okay, you guys. So I do have that. I do have that indicator. Let me just go ahead and set up the ones that I want for the moment. Right. So I'm definitely going to keep in mind our SMA 10s. You know what, guys? You can color these any which way you want to. Right. It's as long as you remember how to read them, that's what's the most important part, okay, you guys? So in my case, that's usually the color scheme I like them, right? SMA 10 green, SMA 50 teal, SMA 100 blue, and purple for the SMA 200, okay? Just in case you are curious as to what that is. Please notice that IFUS on the daily time frame, converting that SMA 200 into support, absolutely bullish, guys. Very, very good news here. All right, so now let's go ahead and refer to the immediate short-term time frame and take a look at what we have here before we notice some formations, okay? So 30-minute time frame. Wow, sorry about that. So 30-minute time frame suggesting a tiny little pivot right here, a little hiccup, right? Historically speaking, let's see just how high this is. All right, so or how high it can go, right? So I'm not going to take into account the entire history, but this iteration here seems to be a pretty good opportunity for us to see just how high it can go. So 87.74%, that's not bad at all. We're currently sitting at about 82%, so definitely still some upside to consider here. Okay, so let's go to the bi-hourly and see what it's got for us. Okay, so the bi-hourly time frame is literally pitched straight to the upside. There could be a very short-term time frame pullback at about 2 cents at 207, right? So just don't take my word for it like that, right? I'm just saying that usually we could face a little bit of a pullback like that. If you are curious as to what range that can be, which is particular to the come on, man, come on, let's get out of here. There we go. Which is particular to the bi-hourly time frame, you can take into consideration the SMA 200 and the next area of resistance, which could be right about here. Okay, so you're looking at about 215 to 207 before a short-term pullback. Very likely for us to come back and test our current highs and or the SMA 100 at about 178 before a continuation on to the upside. Okay, so this is definitely a pretty interesting play happening right here. So go ahead and notice that the SMA 100 is right to our first, right to the bottom side of our resistance here, right? So very confluent targets already suggested. So let's go ahead and look at the 12-hour time frame. We have the support from the SMA 200 at 185, which is already very similar to the 178 that we were looking at a potential retracement. So this is pretty good. Okay, so and here on the 12-hour time frame, the SMA 50 is located right at that right at that resistance bottom as well. Okay, so let's jump in to the daily. Okay, so very interesting that the daily, wow. Okay, so 4-hour time frame and bi-hourly time frame are suggesting just continuation to the upside on the RSI. The 6-hour is 2 and the 8-hour, all of them sitting well within the grips of the bull strength percentile and getting very close to the gravitational zones. Check this out. 8-hour time frame getting close to the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, and the 12-hour getting close to the is in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Very likely this can continue on to the upside. It makes me feel like there is a breakout play active right now. Okay, so the bi-daily and 3-day time frame suggesting upside as well, and also upside pivots on that 3-day. Oh my goodness, man. So yeah, there's something going on here with this ticker, and it could be pretty explosive. So just remember, guys, when we're trading, just definitely keep your risk management. Keep it in mind, okay? Because opportunities like these are definitely cool, right? But we have to always remember where we're coming from. All right, so I can definitely see a falling wedge already, okay? But if I let me see here. Okay, yeah, I see it. So now let's go ahead and go over the formations real quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a trend line like this. This looks like it's that falling wedge, right? So we'll just go ahead and note it like that. Let me get rid of the averages, and it could be just like this, okay? Let's see if I can actually correct this any deeper. It could very well be like this too. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is a falling wedge. Failed it, created a bear trap, reclaimed the inside, tested the bottom side of it, breakout, and then tested one more time. I'm talking about 3-day candles here, okay? So this is a 3-day test of it before a continuation onto the upside. Now, it could be building, this could be a separate formation now, okay? So what I am looking at here is essentially this, okay? So go ahead and notice sometimes we can start playing a very typical strategy. It's called an ABCD strategy, right? So this is already at the D area, okay? So meaning that if we're going to continue on to the upside, then it would be considered an impulse wave, which is something that Elliott wave theory would call as an E. But there's actually there's still some conditions that are being that are not met for Elliott wave. So this is giving us an ascending channel. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and just draw it like this and see if we have some dots connecting like that, right? So let's go ahead and just do it as close as we can, and it looks like there is. Very nice. Okay, just like that. And let's just bring this down a little bit. My OCD is killing me, right? So there you go. We're looking like we're building now an ascending channel, and this could essentially be the start of the new play. So like this. This is what I mean. Okay, that is X. This is A right here. And it would be potentially something like this, right? And like that. And then we have the D. The final take profit for the longs, right? So something like this is kind of like what's happening right now. Very typical formation and play that tends to happen within amateur traders and also pro traders, right? So the ABCD strategy is something that's just very common in the markets. So I definitely see an upside continuation on it. And if there is a continuation to that upside, where could we land? Let's first of all see if we have any of these zones here. First of all, this top wick here at about 246, and then this area here at about 298, and the last one being about 424. Let's see if any of those areas have some share confluence here with the fibs, right? So I might have to take a larger scale. Oh man, look at that. 424 dead on the money on the 4.618, right where we were talking about, right? So now this area right here, definitely, man, right at the 2.618. And then this area right here, right upside of the 1.618. So all of our discretionary targets are being met with golden means. So this is a very good thing. It is definitely suggesting for us to continue on to that upside. Okay, so I like it. I like the play a lot, actually. It's just, of course, there is a little bit of risk here. Remember, we're looking at, let's see. We don't even have the financials in this. Very curious. We don't even have a cap or float or nothing. Okay, so definitely know that it is a bit of a risky play, okay? But huge wedge breakout, and there is another potential wedge breakout here on a shorter term time frame. So maybe even the 4-hour we can see that. Let's see. I wouldn't. Well, maybe. Let me show you what I'm seeing, right? So it could be another triangle, just like this. Right, so something along this area here where we have a touch point of the support here, support here, support here. And this could be the top side of the triangle with a whole bunch of resistance touches just like that. And we are potentially making the breakout test right now upon the 65 to 70% to the apex of the triangle. It is following the rules geometrically speaking, right? So that's why I'm telling you that I like it. It is following a lot of the rules. I like that the ABCD strategy just started. All of that stuff, right? So I just want you guys to be very careful when trading this ticker, okay? But I definitely see it. I love it a lot. All right, you guys, so that is going to do it for ticker symbol IFUS. And the recording has stopped. Cool, man. Look at that. It's actually doing it. It's actually recording the videos and and not giving us some crazy error or the power supply about to go out, right? So oh my goodness, I like it a lot, you guys. So moderator Mark Roach, float mystery. It looks like it, man. We don't know what the float is on this, but tell me what is up with that ticker symbol PXMD. Chat, are any of you long that ticker? Are any of you long PXMD? I would love to know if you guys have any type of stake in that ticker. My goodness. So let me just get a quick little sip of water right here, and we will continue our deal. Very good stuff, everybody. Thank you for coming by. We're going to have a great stream. We're going to be looking at some great tickers here. And make sure to stick around, right? So, again, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and express to you that I have decided to extend another 30 seats for the ARC Masters Trading Course. The first one, actually, the first session happened today, okay, for the first initial one, okay? So now I'm promoting it yet again, and I would like to just tell you to please go ahead and check the Discord or with me, or send me an email, right, to ArcMastersCourse if you would like to reserve a seat for the next class, okay, as this will be coming in on potentially the second or third week of April, okay, and this one is going to be at around maybe 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so as this course that actually just started today was 1 p.m. Pacific time, okay? So ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that email listed in the chat. So go ahead and reserve your seat whenever you are available, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. And let's bring up our, you know what? I feel like I could slam a whole bunch of tickers like this, right? If we actually just got... There you go. Do you guys notice that the screen dims on your side whenever I start recording, or is that just me? All right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and start off ticker symbol PXMD. All right. So PXMD is something that we've been looking at for a few times now. Let's get rid of this original rating that we gave it, right? And I want to point out to you on the 3-day time frame in particular here, okay? Because we noticed that we were riding right-angled broadening ascending wedge. Okay, so this formation can be traded both ways. This has a projected downside and a projected upside. Okay, so now testing the resistance touches. Okay, so it looks like we have 1, 2, and is that a fake out or what is that? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we potentially have 4 tests already. If we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 tests done, this would be a signal that we may break out to the upside. Okay, so meaning that this can actually make a move to the upside, but just know that it's just speculation. Okay, so for now, the move that we want to eyeball, right? The move that we want to eyeball is already getting close to the target that we're looking at for breakout. First of all, if you remember correctly, when we looked at this in a shorter time frame, we had a right-angled triangle, right? And here it is. So let me just go ahead and get rid of those. And this is we can look at it on the hourly. There we go. Okay, so this is the hourly right-angled triangle, right? And it is considered a continuation formation because it's after an upside, right? So, or during an upside. So now the price objective for this is actually located at about $3.21. And it looks like the high that we've made thus far is 271. Okay, so not bad. It's still on its way. But we want to validate that it could be on its way or that it still is, right? So let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute RSI and see if there's any potential setups within stochastics and volatility. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Davis, what's up, my bro? Good to see you here. Thanks for coming by. Oregon. So, GREE, I'll put it on here, man. I'll put it on here just in case, right? So I wanna let you know that I'm not ignoring anybody, but sometimes these schedules can get a little crazy, right? But it's on here. So let's go ahead and continue with PXMD. There we go. All right, so we do have a little bit of downside coming in on the RSI. Both on the RSI and stochastic momentum are suggesting a pullback soon, okay? So let's just make sure that it is a pullback and not a further capitulation. We can do that, right? We could potentially see that. So bi-hourly suggesting some sideways trading as well, slightly to the upside. We can't rely on tiny little pivots like this, okay? We need more validation. So let's go to the 6-year term. I'm sorry, 6 years. So the 6-hour term, and go ahead and notice that we have the 14-day simple moving average suggesting an upside while consolidation on the RSI signal. It is a hint that we can be facing an upside continuation, but we need to continue validating. Okay, so now the 12-hour time frame is breaking outside of the gravitational zone from the bull weakness percentile, which would essentially take us onwards and upwards, right? Still have a hint on that 14-day simple for that upside. Very good. And here it is. Okay, you guys, so it's going to be a little bit of consolidation for the next potentially the whole day, and followed by, if it really is going to suggest this, guys, this is suggesting upside for days. Okay, so after tomorrow, which could be essentially the entry or the entry, man, oh man, go ahead and notice right here, by daily time frame, upside pivot already fired. That signal, we have contraction phase already starting on the volatility. Go ahead and notice the 3-day time frame, similar setup right here, very strong upside and a contraction phase starting. This makes me feel like we are outside of the mean, which is a little curious to me now. Okay, so I mean, in a good way. It's curious to me in a good way. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the ARC reversion variant and see if we, oh man, yeah, there's no way we're upside of the mean. So this thing is definitely on its way first to about, I would say the space between the 3.272 and the 3.618 at about 337 to about 353. Man, oh man. Okay, yeah. So this looks pretty promising to me, you guys. Okay, so let me get rid of the reversion variant, and I want to know to see if we have any further upside for this, right? So we're gonna go ahead and choose the ARC substance, which is the newest indicator to my collection. Let's see. Okay, if we do have, I want to validate that we do have that upside coming in to the targets that we're looking at. Okay, so oh, nice. Yeah, so go ahead and notice right here that the 2-hour resistance range is located right where, man, the thing is, guys, where did this close? Do you know where it closed? I have 266 and it's telling me 263 market close. Are you guys also in accordance with that? If it is the case, then yeah, we can face a little bit of rejection between 293 and 308, but temporarily. 273 Ortex update 319.23. Cost to borrow is 494.59%. The short interest is at almost 50%. Number 1 ranked on Fintel. Number 1 ranked on Short Squeeze Screener and Leaderboard. Whoa. Are those numbers accurate? Or could it be? Damn. So the upside that I'm looking at is absolutely validated by fundamentals too. If that is the case, guys, then in about, I'd say 3 or 4 days, we can see upwards of 397 for this, followed by a continuation to the upside, which is, let me see. No way. It is very confluent, actually. Check out the top side of this channel here within the 3-day candle that we're in right now, which is going to be over in a day and 17 hours starting tomorrow. The upside could be 548. Man, this could really blow to the upside, can it? Wow, my goodness. Okay, you guys, so PXMD could be a volatility run like no other, and definitely know that this would be this is going to be traded by some very I'm talking about super skilled momentum traders. Okay, so this definitely has some explosive moves coming up. Are you already long this, Mark? Wow. Yeah, PXMD is a really interesting situation here, and I am kind of a fan of it, right? We have to see if there's even a potential pullback, like what could be a loading zone for this, right? So 30-minute immediate short-term time frame suggesting that pullback. So 348. Yeah, about 348. I'm sorry, 348. 248 could be one, and you're at about 228 average. Nice, very nice. 228 is just upside. Okay. I see it. And also, let me get rid of this, guys. I mean, let's see right here. Yeah. There's a The first loading zone is actually a tiny little range. Okay, so it's located just like this. So 242 to about 248, right? So or 247, whatever that is. So right in here could be that first loading zone. If we did continue to the downside, I don't think that we have the liquidity to reach 220, but that the space between 235 and 220 could be that second area for a get long this. But this is yeah, PXMD is suggesting some serious explosiveness right here without even noticing that the cost to borrow is almost 500%. What the heck? That is insane. It's almost comical to even read that. That's crazy. Guys, yeah, this if it really does present that situation, it could be trying to make a move upwards of $4 into 548. All right, so keep an eye on it. Put it on your watch list. Let's see what we can do and get creative with this ticker, right? So, Mark Roach, thank you so much for suggesting this ticker for retail. I'm sure we are all eternally grateful for your service, my friend. And yeah, so let's go ahead and look at the float. Yeah, you're right. So let's do that. Market cap and float. Take a look at the cap right now at 30.9 million, and we have a float of about 1.195 million. So yes, it's a tiny little float in a tiny cap, right? So just know that it is a high risk asset, and it is kind of pricey at that too. All right, so definitely keep an eye on this, but I can see some explosiveness on this happening, right? So if it does reach 548, let's take a look at what that pump is. To $5.48, this would essentially be a 100% move to the upside, over 100. Very impressive. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and finish off ticker symbol PXMD here, you guys. Very good stuff here. I like it a lot. All right, so now I do have to look over another ticker that was actually asked for from another member of the Discord, right? So I would like to move on to ticker symbol CDMO, Avid Bioservices, right? So yeah, guys, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. There's no way I can recommend for you to buy or sell anything at all. Okay, so just know that for a fact. Okay, you guys, just do your own due diligence and use me to back it, right? And if your thesis kind of meets mine, then that'll be a pretty good thing, right? So let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol CDMO. Man, after a huge opportunity like freaking PXMD, right? That's a silly one. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on to this one, guys. Let's load up our tools real quick and see what we can come up with for this ticker, as it looks not bad actually. There's a nice balance happening in the price action overall, but what already worries me is that we're overextending here in volatility on the 12-hour time frame, which could suggest a potential sell-off soon, but I can't validate that just yet. Okay, so just like always, we're going to refer to our tools and see what we can come up with. Okay, guys, so let's load up the RSI and get some averages up on this thing too. And what else do we need? There could be other. Okay, nice. We're above almost every single average here. So I want to focus on the 10 through 200 of the SMAs, and then we can see what's good. Okay, you guys. So let me do this with the averages from IFUS, right? So I think I have the Arcades over here, and I can do this for now. So let's save the default, right? And move on to ticker symbol CDMO, get our averages out of the way, and reload them one more time with the new setup. There we go. Perfect. All right, so guys, immediately right off the bat, I can already see that this thing is riding some type of descending channel and breaking out at the current moment, okay, which is already a bullish signal. But that doesn't mean that it's done, or it doesn't mean that it can't capitulate any further, okay? It just means that it's potentially breaking out of something very important. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at what that potential can be. All right, so let's block the visibility from the averages and bring up some trend lines. Okay, so very likely could be something like this right over here. Okay, and the support touch would actually extend right to this green candle here as it connects to this one here as well. And this could be the closing or the opening of that green candle right down here. Oh, several days of that test right there. Very nice. And go ahead and notice that we are in the process of validating this new conversion of resistance into support here. Okay, so if we are going to suggest an upside here, of course it's going to be based on formation analysis. There could be a fundamental metric in line. Of course there is. Take a look here. We have an earnings beat. All right, so definitely earnings beat led into an upside. Very cool stuff. So has that upside finished? Has it subsided? Well, let's go ahead and just take a look now. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame suggesting a downside almost right away on the RSI, right? So remember that the 30 minutes live out pretty fast, though. So bi-hourly time frame suggesting a downside as well. Let's go to the 6 hour and see what it's got. So the 6 hour suggesting downside as well. Very likely going to come back down and touch the 1725 area. Let's go to the 12 hour and see what else we can come up with. 12 hour suggesting a downside as well. If we're going to kind of pair this here with the 14-day simple moving average, then there could be the touch of this gap right over here, which is located right where the SMA 250 and 10 are located. Okay, so that's going to be about $16.21 as a touch before a continuation, right? So on the daily time frame, if we look at 1621, which is still within that area of those moving averages, then it is suggesting for us to kind of reclaim the inside temporarily of this channel and then reclaim the outside and continue onwards and upwards. Okay, so here, and this is the validation here, so it could be very possible. Please notice that, first of all, stochastic momentum versus volatility, this profile is suggesting a pretty explosive move. Notice that we're at critical contraction here and now upside of the 15th percentile with both the moving average and the volatility component. Okay, so we have an upside pivot laying right within the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Another very bullish thing. Overall, I'm really feeling this, you guys. This is not bad at all. Okay, so let's go to the 3-day. 3-day would be okay. I see it. So the buy daily would suggest a continuation to the SMA 200, $19.30. Very likely to happen by the end of this week or Wednesday, right around there ish. Right. OK, so now the 3-day and the 5-day. OK, and the 5-day is essentially that continuation to the upside. So if we do face that resistance touch. Yeah, if we do face that resistance touch of the buy daily at about 1932, expect a retracement back to the current highs 1784 before next week, and mid to late next week we could bounce off of this zone one more time and then continue onwards. Okay, so the setups are nice here in CDMO, but we may be a little bit early. Okay, so this is very cool stuff. All right, so let's just go ahead and finish off that ticker CDMO now and move on to the next one. Okay, you guys, so the next one is going to be in respects to another Discord request, right? So it's going to be ticker symbol FSLY. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with these tickers, right? But we're gonna try and look over as many of them as we can, regardless of their situation, right? It's just a good way to look at this in respects to our community members, right? So nice setup here on the daily volatility versus momentum. Very good setup here. Okay, so let's let me load up the RSI and then our moving averages, and we should be good to go to look at FSLY. Okay, I like it. Where are the ARC averages? Here they are. Perfect. Okay, notice on the daily time frame that we have, most importantly, we have, and actually I forget, you know what, I hate it that I forget this. I always blank out on this, but I'm wondering if the 50 SMA crossing the 200 SMA is the golden cross. I'm not sure if this one was it, but we do have a cross here of the 50 and the 200, which is absolutely bullish. And my peeps, blessing, what's up, Johnny Barnes? Good to see you here, man. All right, so guys, yeah, so we have converted on the daily time frame those four very essential SMAs So which is critically important. Notice that the daily time frame is suggesting a downside, but it's very short-lived. Okay, now it's short-lived for two reasons. The speculation can be this. Okay, notice that the SMA 10 is located right at about 1459. We're at about 1542. Okay, so almost $1 down from that space there. And actually, let me see the 12-hour. 1550. Okay, yeah. So we could potentially be retracing back to that 1459 level. And this would be the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, which would be two areas of support. First of all, the 14-day simple moving average and the gravitational zone, followed by an upside bounce. Okay, so this could be finally reclaiming the outside or the upside of the 14-day simple, as it looks like we've been trapped there since let's see, February 23rd. So definitely going up. We're definitely coming up to a month of being under this thing, right? So it looks like we're finally going to validate it before a continuation to the upside. Okay, so let's go ahead and refer to all the volatility here in the immediate short term. So we're already looking at a support very similar to the one on the daily here in the 30-minute. And it could be very much in respects to the SMA 10 that we're currently sitting at. Okay, I'm not sure if we floored there, but it could be an indication of it. All right, now looking at the bi-hourly, you're looking at a little bit of consolidation here, slightly bearish, but no reason to panic though. Okay, so FSLY on the 6-hour suggesting a little bit of an upside pivot. I don't like this upside pivot, and it looks like it may actually fail due to volatility and momentum here, suggesting critical volatility and a potential downside continuation. Okay, so 12-hour time frame, very similar situation there too. Okay, we definitely don't want to pay too much attention to those little pivots, guys. Don't let that fake you out. All right, so bi-daily time frame is making a very bullish cross right here. Okay, so this is upside of the 14-day simple moving average on a higher term time frame inside of the bull strength percentile. Okay, so my notes say 250 is the golden cross. That is exactly it, right, my dude? I knew I had it in line somewhere, right? But I forget. I just forget. Also because I've been talking about the silver cross a lot more often. A lot of people don't give the silver cross the credit it deserves. You know, the crossing of the exponential period, periods 20 and 50. So, yeah, Johnny, let me go ahead and put that in right now, just in case, right? So, what is that? INM. Let me leave it in the chart right now, my dude, and I'll try my best to get to it, right? So let's get back to FSLY, you guys, and it looks like the bi-daily making a very curious cross and suggesting an upside. Okay, so guys, that thing again. Look at this. We have that upside pivot, then we have down, then we have up. It's I feel like the investors or whoever's trading FSLY is essentially a little bit intimidated by the Fed. And look at this. Market cap at 1 point, damn, that's almost 2 billion. And the float is at 112 million. So not too bad, but it is kind of pricey, right? So actually I'm wondering now what the reversion is on this. Interesting. 5-day reversion potentially happening. The mean is 1095 on this thing. Damn. Okay, let's see. Okay, so daily reversion could be in play right now. 1469 again. It's that number just came up with the mean, right? Well, we have 1450 right at the mean, but still, it looks like we're reverting right now before a continuation to the upside. And yeah, so guys, it's just this one is still thinking about what could be the implications of not a 25 bip rate hike. It seems like it. Okay, so we're definitely getting consolidation signals on this as well. And don't feel discouraged. We're gonna be seeing that a lot over the next day or two. The easier trades will happen after we get that CPI, the CPI again with that, right? After we get that basis point rate hike. So let's go ahead and just end off ticker symbol FSLY here and move on to ticker symbol TENX, as I did get a request for this as well, right? So particular to ticker symbol, man, This one, oh, I really hated them. I really hated them for doing what they did. All right, so the price action, it definitely is suggesting a continuation to the downside here. I want you to focus on the fact that we have the 2-spot 618 at 44.82. I'm not saying that we're going there. I'm just saying that the probabilities may be favoring that, okay? So I want to just see if we can gain an edge over this, okay? So we do have a little bit of downside on the 30-minute. We are at the gravitational zone here on the bi-hourly, which could suggest an upside, but I'm not entirely sure that could be it. We have consolidation on the 6-hour, consolidation on the 8-hour as well, consolidation on the 12-hour, consolidation on the daily. Damn. This is definitely consolidation here, you guys. The reason why I can tell you that is because we're well within the gravitational zone of the oversold percentile. Okay, so very likely we can get pushed up. Thank you, Mr. Levitz. The FOMC will be Tuesday and Wednesday. Absolutely. All right, so this is also TENX. Looks like it could be pensive upon that, upon Jerome Powell's word. Okay, you guys, so just sideways trading here. The setups are all very nice, though, particular to the 3-day time frame and the bi-daily. These are just powerful setups for a huge move. So one of two things here. TENX is either consolidating because it found its bottom, or it's consolidating, 3 reasons actually, or it's consolidating because it's waiting for Jerome Powell to speak, or both 1 and 2. Man, I am flustered with this ticker. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and finish off that ticker symbol 10X and move on to the next one. It is smelling mighty delicious outside in the kitchen. I love it. I love it. Guys, I hope you all have a very good meal tonight, as it appears as though I will have a nice one too. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker, and that next ticker is going to be ticker symbol DLYT. Flush it, Arca. Yeah. All right. So let's guys, let's take a look at this, right? Remember the last time, I'm not sure if you remember this, right? Yes, Mark Roach, I definitely got stopped out of that, bro. That's I'm super pissed, right? Because I really hate to say things live like this, right? But I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, guys. There's no way I can ever pretend that I'm going to be perfect at calling anything, right? But I'm often not wrong. I hate that I even said that out loud. It's so shitty to say that. So when it plays against the price action or my desired favor or price direction, it gets under my skin, right? And then I have to not trade for a few days because I feel the way I just expressed it to you. You know, so that ego that I just expressed to you, that me being flustered, those are all reasons to lose and continue losing in the markets. So I will not long anything until potentially Wednesday or Thursday. So I thank the FOMC for coming in. Because I usually don't trade on FOMC either, right? So it's definitely a good thing. It's definitely a good thing for me to have these people here, right? Because 10X had me absolutely flustered. But Joe H totally took my cash. So Samantha H saying you're human with one heck of a win rate, man. Yeah, I really like it, you guys. I hope I do too, right? But my biggest win rate is the audience, is you guys, right? I love it. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at DLYT and see what it's got in line, because I wanted to express something really quick. Remember the last time we spoke about this? I don't even remember when it was, right? Oh, we can actually tell here, maybe. Let me see. So, oh, damn. All right, so we looked at it on the 8th. Damn, so it's been 11 days. So on the 8th, we looked at this and we drew this box here, this chop box. Chop as in choppy or chopper, right? So we're like cutting things. Food. All right, so yeah. You gotta hate losing to be good, man. Losing is a good thing. It really is. Unfortunately, it is, because it teaches us lessons and teaches us to be more concise or more whatever, right? So we talked about this potentially being the floor. So I'm happy that it is still respecting what we said the last time, right? So the other potential that we were talking about was the retracement to, I hope this doesn't happen, but to 536. And we're sitting at 975 right now, so it's kind of a huge valuation difference, right? So we definitely don't want this to capitulate to the downside, but it looks like we still are floored. Okay, and I believe that this may actually be the mean as well. So let's just take a look at that and see if we are there, if we have arrived. We're actually below the mean, so which is even more interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I see why. So we're still suggesting a continuation of contraction here, which would pass beyond the mean. Okay, all right. So now that we do have the floor, the longer we stay here in consolidation, the better it is for an upside move. And there could very well be one lined up. But let's start off, just like always, with the immediate short term, right? So we're looking at consolidation on the 30-minute RSI already. Okay, it is suggesting an upside via the stochastics oscillator, right? And we are at critical contraction here on the 30-minute. So this can likely face kind of one of these like quick flashes to the upside and literally just subdue this thing, and then that's it. All right, but no, we would actually have to look at the higher term timeframes for a better opportunity. So let's see here. The bi-hourly time frame is suggesting an upside continuation above the 14-day simple moving average, might I add. Okay, so that's a very good thing too. All right, coming out of critical contraction, both the moving average and the volatility component upside of the 15th percentile, and we have momentum suggesting an upside too. Okay, so this is very good for the bi-hourly and for the 30 minutes, suggesting that there could be an upside for at least a few hours on the coming session on tomorrow, Monday. Okay, so and it looks like it could be solidified by the 6th hour candle. Okay, so meaning that there could be more consolidation. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. I'll give you that final bias right now. Okay, my resistance is still in the same place, guys. The same place right here. 1416 could be the resistance, and very likely to happen at the end of day tomorrow or Tuesday morning. Okay, as we do have some nice setups here on the, okay, yeah, look at this. The daily time frame already, this is as low. How low have we actually gotten? Are there any no, wow. Okay, go ahead and look at where my trend line is. I'm sorry, my cursor across, right? So the cursor all the way across, left to right. Please notice that this is the area where reversals happen. So you see, historically speaking, every single iteration that ever reached as low as we are right now has retraced. And look at what we're doing now. So we're retracing right now. Very curious to have found that bottom almost exactly, sorry. And we are in a contraction phase. Okay, so now the buy daily, very curious here, nice. Yes, guys, the list is up here, the schedule, right? So, and here's another potential indication. First of all, we have a kink. Let me get rid of this because we definitely didn't respect the regression. We have a huge kink here, right? Meaning that it went from critical drop to not so critical drop. So this is indicating a potential loss of strength from the bears. We are at critical expansion. The downside is limited again. Okay, so that could mean that the very lowest end of 849 could be our floor before this thing can actually face a pretty explosive move to the upside. Now, why could that oh, right. There you go. Okay. I forget to tell you guys that we are still within the validation process of the breakout of this broadening descending wedge, right? So, let's see. Man, don't tell me that. Let's go to the 8 hour and see how many tests we have. We have a lot of tests. Let's see, test 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So this is the fourth test. Okay, so this is potentially why this thing is suggesting a continuation to the upside after a few days. If it is going to pop to the upside, you guys, I expect this to move after I'd say after maybe Wednesday. It could be Friday. It could be Friday late to end green, followed by a continuation to the upside following in the next week. Okay, so it is going to be kind of a choppy way up. The first area of resistance, like I said, is 1411 to the space of about 1603. Upon getting a very nice closure, and I would say an 8-hour minimum closure of above 1630 on a closing basis. Remember, we can then start validating a continuation to the upside, of which would cater to about 27 cents to 27 to 33. Followed by the range of about 46 to 56. Upon the breakout of this area here, we could very likely see a touch to about $1.81. But that is hopium at its best. Okay, so definitely know that this thing has something brewing within it, and it is suggesting it in both psychological factors and mathematical factors. Okay, so I like it. It's not bad. So let's just go ahead and end off ticker symbol DLYT right then and there, and take a look at ticker symbol GVSI. Okay, so very curious here. We finally got, man, I don't even remember the last time we looked at this. I don't remember. And look at my RSI is the wrong color. So it's been a while since we've looked at this, but whatever that was, we came back and touched it. We got it. All right, we got our downside to the penny. All right, so I hope people are not losing on this one, right? But let me just go ahead and make a quick little note here for GVSI, and we have officially started it, right? Yes, we have. Okay. All right, so there are a few things of what I'm liking here on the daily time frame. Okay, first of all, yes, we do have a very nice hammer candle at the end of a downtrend. Okay, and also touching on these were supply zones, demand zones. Sorry, yeah, we have demand number 1, number 2. What the hell is that, guys? What? There's no way that happened. My goodness. Guys, I don't want that to happen for anyone, okay? This is the most terminal shakeout you can ever shake anybody out of, right? So anybody who had a stop loss, let's just put it this way, okay? Anybody who had a stop loss from 2 zeros and 8.9 to 0, they got annihilated out, okay? So I guess what I'm trying to say is when an asset wants to drop to 0 all the freaking time, just don't do it. I mean, look at how many times I did talk about this. I spoke to you guys about this. I said I don't like a ticker when it zeroes out like this. These are rug pulls over and over and over and over. How do you even set a buy limit at 0.0000? You know, you would be a billionaire if you just got that entry there. GVSI is highly speculative. I remember why I didn't want to cover this. Okay, damn it. Who the hell tricked me into this? Let's pull up volatility and continue the analysis here, okay? I think I do remember who it was. I think it was Twitter. And let's just look at the setup here, okay? Downside continuation on the daily, okay? For both stochastics and volatility, we have resistance right at the 14-day simple moving average on the RSI. Curious. Very curious. Okay, so I'm pissed that I'm looking at this. Okay, so the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame suggesting upside almost immediately. Bi-hourly suggesting upside as well. Okay, so that's already looking at more than a half day of upside. We also have an upside pivot on the 6-hour, potentially subsiding that upside by end of day tomorrow, followed by a continuation to the downside by early Tuesday. Into Wednesday, consolidation Thursday, Friday. Next week we could be selling off a little further too, and yeah. All right, so that is gonna do it for ticker symbol GVSI. Let's go to the next one. All right, so ticker symbol FNGR is definitely one that we have to take a look at. Okay, wow. That was actually from last week's schedule, and I took it out of the damn schedule up here. Damn it. I hate it when I do that. Let's go ahead and see. This is what I mean, you guys. Okay, let me show you. So I'm just going to drag over my notes so that you can see what I'm looking at, okay? So this is what I'm looking at right here. Okay, this is the schedule that we've done thus far. And this is the next ticker, and I don't have it after GVSI for some freaking reason over here. You see that GVSI and then that ticker, whatever that is. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on with ticker symbol FNGR. Okay, so we need to pull up. Let's see. This one could be a good. Yeah, this one could be a good one to evaluate. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and write in my notes. I'm still holding my damn water bottle. I'm so thirsty. Yeah. Do you guys hear the little guy out there going absolutely nuts? He's pissed that Daddy's in here again. Moderator Sebastian Lim telling me that FNGR giving me major headaches. What did I say? Place a note over GVSI? I have to do it like this, look. I have to do it like this, like, because my OCD is getting me crazy. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys. So yeah, let's ease the headache here for moderator Sebastian Lim, right? So guys, I know oftentimes we'll look at volatility versus momentum as the end all be all graces, right? But we can't always suggest one strategy because this is one, right? So we must take into consideration a few things here. In fact, this thing actually faked me out too. Me and moderator Cal, we were looking at this the other day and I was like, bro, finger is going to explode. And in that movement, it went from 156 to 171 and then just took a crap to the SMA 10. Not cool. All right, so Sebastian Lim's moderators, Sebastian Lim, someone's gonna have to smack you in the head. All right, so let's go ahead and continue the analysis. Yeah, you got the finger for sure, man. From this one right here, you got a big one. And it was just coming out of the car next to you, bro, beating you on your Corolla, the huge Ferrari. Finger to the upside. All right. Good times, you guys. All right. So, yes, let's go ahead and validate what this could be doing. Okay, so several strategies, yes, but this ticker is just all around very, very speculative and special, right? So this thing is almost as autistic as I could be, right? So I really do believe that, guys. I really do believe that I'm autistic to some level. My wife says so too. So the bi-hourly time frame is suggesting a downside continuation here. I would like to point out, however, that we are kind of piercing into the bear weakness percentile, which could mean that we are essentially at about the gravitational zone, which could pull us back up. Okay, but if it does pull us back up, we have the resistance from both the gravitational zone of the bull weakness and the SMA 14. Okay, so this long ass thing that I just said is essentially telling you that we would be consolidating. All right, so you know me. I tend to say things. I tend to over-explain things sometimes, and I sometimes don't even understand why I'm over-explaining it, right? But I just feel like I would love for you to not lose your money. Nia Jakabo saying autistic equals gifted, eh? I hope so. All right, so let's continue on to the 6 hour. And the 6 hour is showing us that we could potentially face a bottom very soon. If that is true, then let me bring up the ARC averages, and I would like to get a little surgical with the moving averages now. Okay, so let me get rid of the SMAs, and I want to load up the EMA 9, 7, and 30 period. Okay, so if that is even the case, let's just take a look here. I know they're very dim right now. I haven't actually gotten back down to that. There's nothing there. So let's bring up our SMAs again and see what we have. Okay, so nothing there except for the SMA 10 at 125. That's too big of a space, okay? So when we don't have a moving average like this, guys, take into consideration an inverse fib from the previous candle, okay? So swing high to swing low to the swing high of the previous candle, and let's see what it's got for us, okay? So notice here that the 3.618 is located at $1.08. Very, very confluent with the top side of this gap. I can almost tell you that that is definitely it. Okay, that was enough reason for me to see that this could be that very, very touch of that support. Okay, this could be that loading zone. So, before, and it's funny because it's losing almost 95% of what it gained over a few days, right? So from Tuesday last week all the way to Friday, it definitely made a very nice pump to 171 or 170 flat, and now it's suggesting a damn bounce from 108. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay, so Sebastian Lim, do you remember the day where you're saying look at finger and I told you, did you take profit? Bro, I really mean that for a reason. I need you to take profits whenever you can. All right, because if we always focus on the possibility of a 1,000% run on one ticker, then we'll always get a 1,000% loss on that one ticker. All right, so don't do that, my bro. I really do feel you have a heavy talent for spotting what could be a very nice upside. You actually and Mark Roach have this knack for choosing some very interesting tickers that lead up to like these huge upside numbers, right? So don't get dunced is absolutely right, Mark. I'm gonna dunce you again, Sebastian. All right, so dude, I have a feeling that your weakness is a little more on the hodl, whatever, yodel hodl. Okay, so I will definitely dunce you until you don't. Okay, Sebastian Lim, you're super talented at finding these tickers. Let me know before you enter. Guys, ticker symbol FNGR could face a massive bounce from this area. I'm not gonna lie. Don't give me the smile with the little tiny tears. Super cute. All right, so as I get that from my daughter all the time, and I tell her she's super cute for telling me that. She goes, Daddy, can I go with my boyfriend tomorrow? I'm like, no. And she goes, with the little sad face, I'm sorry, with the happy face with the little tear, and I'm like, okay, you can go. Good times, guys. Kids are awesome. Well, I mean, not necessarily a kid anymore. She's 19 years old. Jeez, time flies. She's definitely a young woman now, and I hate it, and I love it, and I hate it. So Samantha H saying I have a friend who is okay. Is that how you pronounce it? Clinician? Okay. And one who does testing and assessment. Man, I should probably for myself, right? So wait for it, guys. Wait for ticker symbol FNGR to make its run. Right? So, and according to the sketch, guys, let me know right now in this ticker, okay? In this ticker picker, if you guys are holding LYLT, who's in this ticker right now? And the reason why I'm asking is because I'm about to flat out not cover it if it's so Samantha H saying your IQ, yes, not on the spectrum. I have kind of a ridiculous IQ, but I don't know that I can just base intelligence based on only that, right? So we actually have to go through gang members and then like get beaten up into that gang and then get beaten up and killed out that gang, and then we have street smarts along with IQ. That's how we can get really smart. Not financial advice. All right, so nobody is an LYLT. Is that what I'm getting from the chat right now? Nobody. All right, I like it. So that just means that we're going to move on to the next ticker. What is it? As STMH. I don't even remember the last time I don't even know who gave me this the last time. Okay, let me look back in the schedule here and see what the hell has been telling us. There are 7 types of intelligence. Man, how cool would it be to acquire all 7? Right? All right. So, yeah, guys, you know what? In the schedule from the last time, did we already look at, we already looked at DLYT, right? I do remember some, Arca has 8. Interesting times here, guys. Interesting. Steve, ENVX, isn't that the one that you told me earlier? Or was it ENZ? But I'm going to put it on here anyway. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and continue in deleting some of these tickers, right? So ENVX, because sometimes, guys, remember I tell you all the time that I'm going to look at the ticker the next day or something, and the next day just happens to be the next ticker picker on Sunday, which was Thursday, last time we were looking at it, right? T. Wood, your wife says you're missing 5 of those intelligence. ENVX, oh my goodness. All right, dude, that was so funny. T. Wood. Oh my goodness, dude. What would I do without you, man? All right, so yeah, let's continue Xing out some of these tickers. I don't remember this, but I feel like I don't want to look at LHDXQ. Are you guys in? Is anyone in here LHDXQ? Are you guys pro LHDXQ? Should we look at it or not? Let's go ahead and get. We're going to do it like this, guys. We're going to have some fun, okay? We still have a few minutes left in this thing, right? So, check this out. LHDXQ. Here you go. In case you're shy and you don't want to, go ahead and put the vote in right now. LHDXQ, what is it? There's no way this thing is at 100% no already. Oh my goodness, 80% no thus far, okay? All right. Well, you know what? We're going to actually make this a thing. I feel like we can definitely get some. 83% no? Damn. 85? Johnny Barnes, are you saying yes for this? Why, bro? Are you in this? Johnny Barnes, are you in this? I can guarantee your corpus callosum is highly connected. That means you are neither left or right brain dominant. Damn, that is cool. I am cortex brain dominant. Johnny, okay, so in respects to the community, you and I will go over this together, okay? But just so you know, there is a pullback expected. We're going up tomorrow, okay? And it's gonna be very short-lived. So take an opportunity here, okay? Take an opportunity, because I'm looking at a top side of 28.26 tomorrow, okay? Meaning Monday. All right, so this opportunity can allow you to potentially get out of this, because I don't like this. This is a little bear trap. I'm sorry, this is a little bull trap happening here. Okay, everybody's talking about just this thing is gonna rip to the upside. I get it. I'm not taking credit away from it. I'm just letting you know that it's very likely for this thing to sell off at 28.26. Okay, be careful. And then if that does happen, and this thing comes back down to 12.23. Then maybe we can look at for a long opportunity. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just end off the poll right there. 85% guessed no. Man. Jeez, guys, that was heartbreaking. Oh, my goodness. I feel like I'm violated. Okay. All right. So here's the next one, you guys. Let's go ahead and do this real quick for the community. We're going to do, with a big old question mark, CTMX. Go ahead and start your vote right now. Let's go ahead and get a vote. What is CTMX looking like? Are we saying yes or no for CTMX? Right? Yeah, I think this is a pretty good thing for us to kind of evaluate or put in. All right, so I don't want to be an ass to people, right? Either, but I think it's a pretty good way for us to all be involved in this, regardless of us, talking. I mean, of not wanting to talk is what I'm trying to say. Right? So, look at that. Check out the poll already. 75% are saying no. Man, can you imagine how many more views Arca can get if we can just do these polls all the time? Oh my goodness, man. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add it into the probabilities here as well. Biana, thank you so much. And if I'm not able to cover it tonight, Biana, go ahead and DM me, okay? I know you actually sent me a DM already. I haven't read it just yet, but just so you know that I'm looking. All right, so it's on there. All right, so what is it looking like, you guys? I'm gonna go ahead and put, okay, 67% no for CTMX thus far. What is up? Oh, I did? Jeez, you see how just out of my mind I am right now? To look at BBIG? Man, All right. While we finish off the vote for CTMX, we got to look at BBIG right now real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that real fast for Biana because she gave us some very nice plays. And also because she's a human being. All right? So all of you aliens out there, you're not going to get your shot. Barbara Young, how you doing? So CDTX, let's go ahead and add it into the schedule here. I'll try my best to get to it. Of course, we only have about 10 minutes left on the stream, but we will definitely take a look at it. Okay, so you know, I really do try to look at these tickers, right? So CDTX, guys, what is going on? Let me know. CTMX, do not get out of it. What is going on with that ticker? Are we going to evaluate it or no? All right, it's Mr. Levitt saying, hey, not fair. No, it's on the schedule. I'm not saying that we're going to look at it. I'm saying that it's on the schedule. So please go ahead and just know that I mean the best for everybody here. Okay, Mr. Levitz with that crazy alien. All right, so the vote box, it looks like we're going to have to end the poll right now for the ticker symbol CTMX in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end for CTMX. And guys, take a look at the take a look. I know, man, I know. So we have a 66% no for CTMX and a 33% yes. Very interesting times here. All right, so after BBIG, okay, let's not this one here, right? So the BN UAS, yes, that's gonna be the next one. Let's do this right now. Okay, so let's put in the chat right now, ticker symbol BNKU. Start the poll. Let's go ahead and see how many people want BNKU to be evaluated today or not. Start the voting, guys, and let's look at ticker symbol BBIG for the immediate, short term, and medium term. Okay, so we have a potential setup happening for BBIG, but again, these setups sometimes tend to fail, right? So we have it both on the buy. I'm sorry, the daily, the buy daily. All right, 50% already. Yes. Man, okay, nice. BNKU getting some nice results. Okay, so now 12-hour time frame, volatility versus momentum, suggesting an upside coming in very soon. But please notice here that we have kind of failed this setup a few times. What I like about this particular time is that we're very close to the critical volatility zone, so that's cool. Okay, so no for all tickers. We release York. All right, so 53% yes coming in for BNKU. Very nice. So this setup is actually more, I feel like there's more of a substantial setup on the buy daily and 3-day, but I would like to tell you that BBIG has not found the floor just yet, believe it or not. Oh God, I don't like to say things like this, guys. The last time I said, I'm going to be very honest with you right here. Okay, so the last time I said that we were going to go to 43 cents, I think we were right here. I think we were at about $1.30 when I said 47 cents, and man, I almost got shunned. So if there is a potential setup of that caliber for BBIG, damn. Guys, note 53% BNKU. Go ahead and submit your vote. If you are new to the chat, make sure to vote BNKU, yes or no. Are we voting for that today or not? So the setup could actually happen from this pivot here. So let's just do that real quick. Okay, so just like this. Very nice. All right, we have a 55%, 57% yes for BNKU. Nice. All right, so we are surpassing. We are creating the 2.618 into. Why did you say 25 cents? Why, Biana? Let me know. Release your secrets right now. Why did you say 25 cents? I am very curious as to why that is. All right, so I'm looking out for you. The reason why I'm asking you is because 26 cents is the 3.618. So if I were to give you a bounce zone, which could be very likely, actually, I would give it to you between 26.02 and 28.74 to happen by the end of this week or beginning of next week. Okay, feels like it's still going down and didn't find the bottom. So you just discretionarily, with intuition, guess 25 cents right at the golden mean. You see how it plays out, guys? She's in tune. You are absolutely at 440 hertz, resonating and vibrating all through our souls. Biana M, thank you so much for your participation. That is very good. Guys, we are going to end BNKU very soon. So make sure make sure to put in your votes right now, because as you can see, CTMX was definitely a no-go for us, right? So BBIG is going to come to a silly end right now, and I really hate that we kind of gave out that news, right? So BBIG, and that, okay, all right, all good stuff. All right, guys. So in 5 seconds, we're gonna finish off ticker symbol BNKU voting. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that is it for ticker symbol BNKU. The poll came in. Man, somebody just squeezed it in right at the last second, right? So BNKU coming in with a 53%. Yes, it looks like we're going to be looking at BNKU right now. Look at this. It's already loaded. Good deal. All right, so let's go. Let's go ahead and get this ticker started, right? Guys, I definitely want to look at ticker symbol ENZ right after BNKU, and we will take a look at that next. Okay, so let's go ahead and now see what BNKU has for us. Oh, I remember we may have had a setup here as well. Monster Mike, was that you on ticker symbol ENZ? Or what was it, my bro? So BNKU, I think I already had a kind of a preload for this thing, right? So, and I think oh yeah, this one here. Nice. All right, so high-speed police chase. What is good? All right, so man, so the setup right now is still suggesting consolidation. We really do need this to kind of happen, right? In order for us to get that statistical upside, of which I did run a back test of, right? So if you're curious as to that back test, let's go over those metrics right now. Okay, so throughout the entire trading history of BNKU on the daily chart, I have taken note of this criteria. Anytime that we have surpassed or sat within the critical volatility zone, which is within the 90 percentile, and paired that with an upside pivot of stochastic momentum, we've gotten 11 total iterations throughout the entire trading history, right? So out of those 11, we've had 9 guess correctly to the upside, giving us an average upside accuracy of 81.81% with an average upside thrust of 32.76% over the span of just under 30 days. So the setup is here, right? The setup is definitely it's almost ready. It looked like it was ready the last time when it was with that upside pivot, but you can see sometimes those pivots can kind of fail, right? So if we are looking at a continuation to the downside here, let's just see historically how low we've gotten. Okay, so if this thing so feels like it, there is the potential to drop all the way to the 1 percentile. Okay, so if that's the case, that could be a significant drop for this, but let's see where we are historically speaking, okay, because support-wise and price action, because we are right now at an inflection point, guys, and there is, let me see the price action on the 12-hour. Oh God, I can't see it because of that stupid that blue thing marking the low, right? So 1431 versus the 12-hour at 1453. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a range because the downside is still. It looks like it's still relevant. And first of all, please notice that we still have down here at 1378, we have the lower end of this gap. And it looks like it just wants to cover that gap no matter what. Okay, so let's just take a quick little box here, a chop zone, right? So, or a support zone, and note it right down here. Okay, so the current price action is where we're sitting right now. Okay, so the downside, if it could happen, then yes, I could actually see BNKU coming back down to touch 1374. Now, if we're gonna look at further targets, just in case, because sometimes that spooks longs, right? It definitely has the probabilities of spooking out the longs, right? So let me just take an inverse fib from the previous day low to the swing high, right? So let's just do it just like this, and oh, I mean, very nice. The bottom side of this, of course, is the 1.272 at 1369. Okay, so 1271, the 1.618. Let's see if it has any correlation here with price action. It's not the best. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Right here, 1255. 12, it's this gap here. Oh, goodness gracious. Could that really be it? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, please notice this gap here, right? It's the bottom side of this gap and also the top side of this gap. Jeez. This is a very complex ticker, and it's kind of annoying. Right? So let me just draw a line to 1252 and 1226. 1252 to 1250. Yeah, I mean, damn, the 1.618 is right under that. Right above that, sorry. 1252 to 1226. Just like this. Okay. Very tiny target, but I mean, it's taking us to the golden mean. So it very likely we can touch this area here before a pretty good bounce. And it looks like the higher term time frames are really waiting. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the 3-day is suggesting a continuation here. So that brings relevance to these targets down here, 1226 in particular. The 3-day time frame is still suggesting that setup as well. But guys, if we do touch that downside, there could be some explosive moves from here. Okay, do not doubt even a flash wick down to about 987. That could be a very fast wick. That would be essentially your shakeout before an upside continuation almost immediately. Okay, yeah, there's lots of gaps, and we're talking about gaps on the daily. Okay, so this ticker is so emotionally impaired. All right, so that is going to do it for ticker symbol BNKU. Okay, you guys definitely remember those targets that we talked about, as there could potentially be a setup there. All right, you guys. So, yeah, as I promised the last person, ticker symbol ENZ. Let's just go ahead and finish off with this ticker here, guys, and then get some rest for tomorrow's trading session. Please remember that the Fed is going to be speaking on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so we have the rate hike coming in. Okay, so if we get anything above a 25 basis point rate hike increase, we expect to capitulate. Okay, and thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, my brother. And know that if we don't get any rate hike, we could also capitulate and then rip to the upside. Huge shakeout again. All right, so ticker symbol ENZ. I'm not sure who actually asked me for that, but we're gonna look at it. Okay, so as we are running out of time right now. Okay, you guys, very good stuff. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight, and make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and everything will be good. All right, so yes, let's get our tools up and running and see what this thing has in store for us. Okay, I want to definitely get the RSI up there as well, so let's move this there and this there. Okay. Emotionally, because there's people holding, meaning that they're getting emotional about their losing positions, and I can see it. Psychologically impaired would be something when it pumps to the upside and it's just so frothy like this. So this is a psychological impairment. I feel like sentimental impairment would be downside. I will explain this in the master's course. So let's take a look here, guys. So I want the averages to come up, and I think I'm going to favor rate hikes cause shorts to cover. Man, I hope so. Samantha, so I that's actually personal to my strategy. It's not actually what's believed, but I found there to be a distinction in my view of the markets, right? You may see it differently. When I explain it in detail, you'll be like, oh, okay, actually I see it better this way. And then you implement that to your strategy, and then bam, millionaire. I'm just kidding. All right, but yeah, I was just kidding about the millionaire side. All right, so averages, let's put them up and take a look at what we have down here. Okay, so let's look at the daily. So 225 versus 222. Oh man, look at the 200-day simple moving average right down here being used as that great support and a validator for a continuation. This ticker is incredibly frothy, and it is... Let's just see how far we have taken the RSI. Okay, because let me take into consideration where we are now. We're at about 80.72%. Okay. We still have an iteration to where we reached 83.64. Okay. Let's see if there's any higher. Okay, good. So there is higher and higher. And that looks like, okay, yeah, that's good enough for me already. 80 to 93.46. T Wood, yeah, frothy. So that word is actually very much uncommon. I'm sorry, very, very common within the trade. Market froth, right? When things are getting too overbought. So let's see here. Kind of like your coffee getting a little too spongy. Okay, so we have a setup here on the daily suggesting upside on stochastics. We are at critical volatility here. Very likely this has an upside continuation. Let me look at the buy daily. Buy daily RSI barely jumping into overbought. We're starting to pivot the shorter time frame to the upside and at critical volatility. Damn, cool. Upside pivot on the 3-day with critical volatility. We are at the gravitational zone of the RSI in the bull strength percentile. Very impressive. Oh my goodness. Eric, what's up, man? So saying, love your videos. First time watching a live stream. Great stuff. My dude, I couldn't appreciate you more, man. I'm really happy that you're here to say what's up and to kind of hang out, right? So we're just doing some preparation here. I would love for you to join us more often, right? So as usually I know I come in a little later. I just took advantage of the weekend so that I can get some of the East Coasters up in here, right? So please notice this, you guys, that even on the 5-day time frame, we have an upside pivot on the stochastics and we have critical volatility as well. Damn. Huge moonshot here on the 5-day, even on the weekly. What the heck is going on here? Why is this going up? Whoever asked me for ticker symbol ENZ, why? Why is this happening? Did someone release something? Healthcare stocks sink during Friday's trading? That's a sink? That's a very nice sink. It's made out of crystal. All right, so it looks like the 12-hour time frame could potentially be correcting for the upside here, guys. This thing, man, let's see if there's any type of entry or any type of something, right? So already being shown RSI immediate short-term time frame, 30 minutes, suggesting a drop to about I would give it a range actually between 199 and let's see, yeah, at the SMA 50, 198 actually. Let's see. Yeah, right about here. Okay, so 203 to 198 could be a pretty likely zone for a continuation. And I know I actually don't like to look at these damn charts upside down. Oh my goodness. So I actually don't like to look at candle analysis on the 30-minute too much, but it's there for a reason, right? But it is bearish engulfing. We're crossing beneath the SMA 10, converting it into resistance. This is giving this target a little more validation, right? So the fact that we're catching some bearish signals, RSI crossing below the 14-day simple moving average, right, and approaching the gravitational zone. Yeah, this could, if you are long this ticker already, expect, at the higher end, expect a 10% drop before a pretty huge bounce, Okay, so don't get caught shorting this without absolutely knowing your target. Okay, so the buy hourly in essence giving a validation to that downside and finding the support very soon from the 14-day simple here. Okay, so damn. All right, so it's getting very close here. Consolidation on the 6-hour, that just means validation of a support. Let's go to the 12-hour. The 12-hour validation of support as well with consolidation. The daily time frame is where it starts. So yeah, the loading zone could be, I mean, this is a very conservative zone, right? It could be a little higher, it could be a little lower, but I'm saying that I feel like this is fair and conservative to the point to where if it didn't meet my entry, then I wouldn't long it, right? In fact, I'm actually suggesting it just upside of the 200-day SMA. Okay, so that's already something to kind of keep in mind. Okay, so if if we're suggesting a downside, it could be limited to maybe half the session, potentially 3/4 the sessions on the session on Monday, on tomorrow, right? So, and actually I see another setup here that is suggesting an upside. So this, in essence, is a smaller time frame broadening descending wedge. Wow, I see it now. Okay, so it's potentially this setup here. I see the connecting dots right here, right here, right here, right into our first one, right? So now let me get the averages out of the way. This is another validator, right, for the at least for the upside. So man, all of those dots connecting, right? All of this right here, all of these, that right there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, capitulate, 5. Okay, so 5 is the breakout, and of course this thing is already made its move to the upside, and it's following geometrics pretty nicely. Okay, so if we're gonna take an overall range high to range low of the fib, let's do that now. Okay, price action came just under the 2.618. It is following geometrics, and now the lowest candle that we got just upside of the 1.618. Okay, so yeah, this is the price action is very, no, the downside actually came down to this candle here, which is a low of 193, just upside of the, yeah, right here, look, right there. Okay, so it's following geometrics very nicely, you guys. I like what's happening here. The first area, remember, okay? Remember the area that I gave you of about 203? It's already in respects to the 1.618 at 207. Okay, so very likely we could see a touch to this area first before a continuation onto the upside. We will likely touch just short of the 265, potentially 262, retracement back to our maybe even the present highs, which could be about 240 before a continuation on. Okay, so if we're looking at upside targets here, then I mean, obviously we got to look at the top wicks, right? So for example, this top wick here is landing right at the 3.272. Yes, that's an area to look at. Okay, so hold on, let me just put it right. It would be just short of it, so that's very good. Okay, the next target, I don't think it could be the 3.618. It could actually just be a little bit upside of that, or oh yeah, it's a range. So just under the 4.236 here to the 3.618, 339. This is the secondary area. Okay, so yeah, I could see this touching this zone here over the next days. Very good stuff. All right, you guys. So yeah, just Mark Roach. Have a good night, my bro. Okay, so yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this ticker, and that is going to do it for tonight. All right, you guys, I really appreciate everybody coming by. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and remember to reserve your seat for the ARC Masters trading course starting in April 2nd or 3rd week. Okay, you guys, and that's going to be about 5 p.m. Pacific, where we would be starting that. The first session already started today, and it went very well. Okay, you guys, so make sure to reserve your seat, hit the like button, subscribe, and I wish you well, and I will catch you at the bell. Mañana teams, Mark Roach, Samantha Age, my moderators. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for everything you do. T. Wood, thank you for stopping by. Mr. Levitz, Eric, good to have you here again. Snow Drifter, Monster Mike. All right, you guys, DJ, if you're still in here, love you, buddy. Samantha H, I love you. I'll catch you soon. Beso Amy, Off-Grid Gorilla, what's up? All right, you guys, have a good night, and I'll catch you mañana. Adios, people.